Bluey. Bluey is a children's TV show based in Australia. Did you know that Bluey has a video game? Hi, I'm Cinnabunny, and this is Bluey the Videogame. Bluey the TV show is quite good in my opinion. It's a great show that kids and adults alike can enjoy. Bluey the Videogame is kind of the same, maybe? Let's get into it. Bluey is all about teaching young children valuable lessons in life, like respecting others, sharing, playing fair, and having fun. The video game, on the other hand, well, we'll start with the story and go from there. It's the holidays. Bluey and Bingo are off from school. They set up a sticker book to plan out their time during the holidays, whilst their parents have some stuff planned to play with their cousin at the park, see Grandad, and go to the beach. Given in Australia, school holidays usually last for a little over 2 weeks, but during Christmas, this extends to 6 weeks. This game takes place during April. The school holidays that span through April and the Easter holidays. Anyways, this is set out like an episode of the Bluey TV show. Each chapter is an episode. The first chapter is Holidays. The kids are instructed to pick up all their toys. They make it into a game that the toy animals escape from the zoo. After finding a few animal toys, Bingo holds up a deflated balloon. Chili inflates it. This begins the first minigame, Keepy Uppy. In this game, the kids have to keep the balloon airborne without letting it touch the ground. After learning the rules, they take it outside to play. Bandit bops the balloon, making it fly up into a window. Scuttling inside, they find the balloon. It's stuck in a box up high. Bluey and Bingo work together to get the balloon. Bingo charges at the box pile, knocking the balloon free. As this happens, a piece of paper flies out of the old box. Bluey catches it. It's a picture of Bandit. On the back is a hand-drawn map that Bandit drew with his brothers when they were kids. With just one piece of this treasure map, the kids have their goal for the holidays: to find Bandit's buried treasure. His brothers, Stripe and Rad, have the other map pieces. That's the end of episode 1. This unlocks the minigame Keepy Uppy. I'll explain the minigames later on. At this point, after finishing the first episode, you're given free rein to explore the house. It's cool to freely explore the Healer household. Given in the show, you do see it over time throughout episodes, but it's in bits and pieces. Here, you can have a full tour, which is pretty neato. Looking in the sticker book, we can see the map piece, a collection tally, and some stickers. The map is used to progress the story. The stickers are filled in as you collect toys, and the collectibles are filled in as you find them throughout the game. This is the completionism side of the game. Finding a collectible or sticker toy will award a star. Earning 3 stars will award you a hat. Each hat is from the Bluey TV show. There's 33 hats and 1 back cosmetic. I kinda wish there were more back cosmetics, but ah well. Upon receiving the last cosmetic, earning 3 stars will simply earn a prestige point. A neat way to track how much you've played as such. Anyways, let's use the map to go to episode 2. Episode 2 is called Rescue. Rescue starts off with a reference to the Bluey episode, Sticky Gecko. From here, the family goes to the park to meet with Uncle Stripe and the kid's cousin, Muffin. At the park, the family climbs the slide hill to see where the castle is. Up the hill, Bandit and Chili give the kids a boost, and they spot Stripe and Muffin. Uncle Stripe and Muffin are done up in some fancy hats. Muffin wanted to play dress up. Muffin and the kids want to play ground as lava. In order to play, Muffin wants everyone to dress up. The hats are at the playground. Here they practice ground as lava. Finding a few hats, they collect them and go back to Muffin. They dress up in some silly outfits and start playing. To win, they have to climb up to Muffin. Jumping up, Chili makes it to Muffin, and the game is won. Before they leave, Bluey asks Stripe about his map piece. Stripe gives some insight. The treasure is the greatest toy in the world, but he's cut off by Muffin. This is the end of episode 2. Now, the ground as lava can be played anywhere. Also, the park and playground can be explored freely. It doesn't feature in many episodes of Bluey, but it's still pretty neat to freely explore the park and have a little tour of it. Looking in the sticker book, we can progress on to episode 3. Episode 3 is titled Chattermax. Uncle Rad is at the front door, but he can't come through the front door. The sticky gecko is still on the ceiling, so Rad goes around to the side of the house. He can't progress though, as the sprinkler's on and he just got his hair done. So the healers work together to turn off the sprinklers and get to Uncle Rad. He has his piece of treasure map, but more importantly, he also has a Christmas present. In April. It's a Chattermax toy. Chattermax is a reference to an episode of Bluey called Hide and Seek, where Bluey gets distracted during hide and seek and finds her old Chattermax toy. The Chattermax toy squawks to be fed. It wants healthy things first. They run up to the kitchen to grab a strawberry. Back downstairs, they feed Chattermax a strawberry. After this, it wants something squeaky. Back upstairs, they collect a rubber duck, go back, feeding it to Chattermax. Chattermax wants something pretty to eat now. Upstairs, they travel up to the veranda and grab a flower. Bluey waters a dying plant. This brings it to life. Blooming a flower and grabbing the flower, she heads down, feeding Chattermax again. Chattermax seems satisfied until it isn't. It runs rampant. Bluey grabs Chattermax 3 times, but each time it slips away. Finally caught, the girls ask Uncle Rat about his piece of map. He goes to grab it from his wallet, but Chattermax eats his wallet. Chattermax runs around the house. It hides in the kitchen. Bluey investigates, finding her old Chattermax toy. The new Chattermax runs around more. Bluey catches Chattermax once more. Finally, it's calm. Inside, Rad gives the kids his map piece. With the 3 pieces combined, the map is complete. The map leads from the park to the creek. The treasure is in the creek. This is the end of episode 3. Chattermax Chase can now be played anywhere. In the sticker book, we can progress on to episode 4. Episode 4 is titled Treasure. Granddad Mort is visiting. Mort is Chili's dad. As Granddad talks to Chili, the kids get antsy, wanting to go to the creek to find Bandit's treasure. So the kids grab their magic xylophone. The magic xylophone freezes Bandit until he's unfrozen by Chili touching his tail. The magic xylophone is a reference to the episode The Magic Xylophone. The family tries out some new rules with the magic xylophone. After this, they ask Granddad to go to the creek. Granddad tells the family to get some supplies. A shovel, bug spray, and some garbage bags. I would like to mention that in the backyard where the shovel is found, Bluey mentions that the dirt pile is there for Rug Island.
We were making a mountain for Rug Island.
This means the Bluey video game chronologically takes place during season 2 of the show. Weird. Anyways, collecting everything, they head to the creek. Granddad leads the way, even though Bandit has a map, which is a funny bit.
Alright, I'll lead the way. Watch where you're walking, everybody.
But he doesn't know where we're going. I have the map.
Come on, let's try and keep up.
Travelling along the creek, Granddad takes a shortcut through the creek, whilst the family stick to the creek bed. They jump on rocks to make their way upstream. Reuniting with Granddad, he's soon surrounded by mosquitoes.
Mozzies!
The bug spray comes in handy. Up ahead is the creek spring. It's a sad sight. It has trash littered throughout, and the water to the spring is blocked. They unblock the stream and use the garbage bags to clear the rubbish. The trash bags come in handy too. Good thinking, Granddad. With the creek cleaned up and at the final stretch, they climb up a cliff and make it to a treasure site. Bandit uses the shovel and digs up the treasure. An old metal box. Inside is the toy that Stripe was talking about. It's Power Bloke, the action figure. I love the name Power Bloke so much. Bandit, Stripe and Rad shared Power Bloke. A toy shared between 3 brothers. Of course, as brothers do, they fought. Eventually with a big fight, their dad threatened to take the toy away. So the brothers agreed to bury the toy. They made a map and split it between them. The treasure is awesome to Bingo and Bandit, but to Bluey, it doesn't feel like treasure. Back at home, the family is preparing to go to the beach. It's the last day of the holidays. Bluey reflects on the holidays. It felt like a waste to her, and it was the worst holidays ever. Bandit tells Bluey that sometimes treasure isn't shiny or gold, but it's the special memories that are the treasure. He shows Bluey the sticker book, and she gets to see how much fun they had during the holidays. The sisters playing Keepy Uppy, playing at the park and seeing Bandit in a funny costume, playing with Chattermax and having fun. Even at the creek and how much fun it was to explore the creek. The last picture is of the 3 brothers and their favourite toy. She understands that treasure isn't always physical, and is glad that her dad got his favourite childhood toy back.
I'm glad you finally got your favourite toy back, Dad.
Thanks, Bluey.
The last page is blank, however. The family will make the last day of the school holidays a fun one. At the beach. This concludes episode 4, and the end of the game's story. This unlocks the magic xylophone minigame. At the beach, this is a free roam area. No story or anything. Just run around, collect stuff, and have fun. Looking in the sticker book now, the map is now a series of photos. You can replay the 4 episodes if you want to. Also, you can travel to each area. The Healer House, the park, the creek, or the beach. There's sticker toys and collectibles in each of these areas. If you collect all collectibles, you'll be awarded with the final memory of the game, a picture of the family at the beach. Neato. With everything said and done, I'll cover the minigames. There's 4 minigames: Keepy Uppy, Ground is Lava, Chattermax Chase, and Magic Xylophone. Keepy Uppy is first. In Keepy Uppy, you have to bop the balloon up and not let it touch the ground. Bouncing it 10 times will award a star. Do this 3 times in a row and you will win. If the game runs out of time, the player with the most stars will win by default. This game does give the other family members AI controls, but they don't seem to understand the game. They just roam around and don't focus on the balloon. Next up, Ground is Lava. There's 3 stars to collect. Depending on where you play will change up the environment and the playing field. Touching the ground will bounce you back to a nearest safe platform. Collecting all 3 stars will win. Running out of time will make the player with the most stars the automatic winner. Only the human players feature in this game. There's no AI. Odd, but fair enough. Thirdly, Chattermax Chase. This will feature in a small area. The goal of Chattermax Chase is to chase and catch Chattermax. Grab Chattermax and run for your life. The AI does actually play this one, and it makes for a tough but quick game. When a player grabs Chattermax off of another player, all others in the area will be stunned briefly. To gain a star, hold Chattermax for 6 seconds. This isn't collective, it must be done in a single attempt. Losing and regaining Chattermax will reset the timer. Upon gaining a star, Chattermax will escape from the player's grasp and everyone around will be stunned briefly. Gain 3 stars to win. If the timer runs out, the player with the most stars wins by default. This one's really fun. It's good the AI players actually play it. It makes for a fun challenge. Finally, Magic Xylophone. One player holds a Magic Xylophone. In solo, this is always the human player. Run up to someone else and press X to freeze them. That player is frozen until another player touches their tail. If all players are frozen, the xylophone wielder wins. If all players aren't frozen by the end of a timer, then they win instead. The AI players do play this one, but they just run around in confusion. I do wish these minigames did involve the AI more often, as it really only features in Chattermax Chase. Sure, you could argue having a fun and easy game is good for younger players, but at the same time it doesn't really feel involved. Bluey the Video Game is an interesting game. As a Bluey fan, I do enjoy it to an extent. It's a game about a beloved kids show that's enjoyed worldwide, but I do have my gripes with it. This game was released in November of 2023. As of this video, it's nearly halfway through 2025. This game has not been updated once. I do like this game, and I wish there was more to it, but it's so small. The main story of the game took a bit over an hour to complete. Including completionism, the game goes on for around 3 hours. Keep in mind, the asking price for this game is $60 Australian dollars, or $40 American dollars. That is very expensive for the bite-sized amount of content there is to offer. The game is set out like an episode of Bluey, but its price doesn't justify what's here. I would have liked to see some more content of the game. What's here is nice, but it's lackluster for the entry fee, unfortunately. In terms of being a virtual tour of some of the world of Bluey, this game is good. It's fun to tour the Healer household, the park, and the creek, as you don't get to see all bits of these areas at once in the TV show. If you don't mind breaking the bank and you're a Bluey fan, this is an alright game. But if you don't know of Bluey, I would say watch the Bluey TV show. It's a really fun kid show that can be enjoyed by anyone. At the end of the day, treasure is what you make of it. It can be physical or non-physical. That's a lesson that the Bluey video game teaches. If you enjoyed the video, go check out my other stuff. I check out some cool and fun games. If you really enjoyed the gameplay and want to play this for yourself, sure, I won't stop you. But I would recommend sticking to the TV show, unless you're a super fan of Bluey. Anyways, I've been Cinnabunny, and I'll catch you later, mate.